Hello, I'm Jim Morningstar, Director of Transformations, and your guide through this 8-session advanced practicum and apprenticeship in community building. The focus of this 5th class is leading and modeling prosperity on all levels of your life as you build a community of prosperity around you and share the wealth with your world. We will apply the 4 laws of wealth to exercises and games of engagement that support the mutual growth of prosperity consciousness for all during this course and beyond. The second law of wealth is the spending law. The spending law states, exchanging value, be it money, information, or goods, buying and selling is the secret of wealth. Successful negotiation is when both people win. Just having money or goods does not further the wealth of yourself or your community if you do not share it. Sharing always involves an exchange. If you are giving, someone must be receiving. If there's no receiving, it's not sharing. It's just you putting something forth, for example, your thoughts, words, actions, or goods. If in the sharing there's an agreed upon return, that is, a reciprocal sharing, both parties are gaining something more than they started with, be it information, experience, feelings, or commodities. In so doing, wealth is increased when both parties feel enhanced in the process. There is an old adage that the richest people are those who spend their money the fastest, wisely, of course, such that they and others are always being enhanced. Now, to put this principle to test, I'm going to invite you to play a game called the Marketplace. This will involve your willingness to share something you value and are willing to release, and to receive something you value in return, such that both parties feel enhanced. We're going to do this without the use of money, just to underscore the value you already have within you, with which to exchange, and the value of honest negotiation, meaning that you stay with the process of exchange until you each feel genuinely enhanced by it. Thus, you may exchange something that the outside world might put a higher price tag on than something you receive, but to you it feels more than rewarding. For example, I might exchange an extra sports watch I have and do not need for someone spending quality time with me who needs a watch. We both win and feel good about it. If you are doing the Marketplace in a group, then everyone in the group writes down a service or good that they are willing to share. Then in turn, they all say to the group what it is they are offering and a sentence or two about why they see it as valuable. This is the first part of selling. Owning that something you have is valuable and your willingness to inform others of its value and availability. In the process, any negative or limiting thoughts or fears you have about yourself may surface. Thus, it becomes an opportunity for you and your community to heal to the degree that you support each other to release these limiting thoughts and uncomfortable feelings as you play the game. Once everyone has advertised their product, which could be from simply spending quality time with another to a service like house sitting someone's pet while they're away, composing a song for another, preparing a meal. The list is endless once the creative juices start flowing and the general fear of being exposed or rejected is reduced. The secret is offering something you enjoy giving, even if it's a little bit of a stretch. For example, sharing a song you wrote. It can be an opportunity in a safe environment for you to grow in the enjoyment and value of who you are and value what you have to give. There is a set period for negotiation during which everyone practices being honest about what they have and what they want. Everyone observes their feelings and judgments and has the opportunity to release what does not serve them or process it later. For some people, it's great fun from beginning to end. You can even offer a second product if you've had a successful negotiation with your first product, or if you do not find a buyer for your first, by finding something else to offer to someone who has something that you want. For others, it could be one of the scarier processes they've ever done. This is where community support is invaluable. The negotiation proceeds with the intention of everyone winning, even if that winning may be to uncover some uncomfortable thoughts and feelings about yourself and or your life that you are supported in healing. I have seen it become one of the more spiritually bonding and life-changing experiences in which a group can engage. Now, if you do not have a teaching group in which to play the game, you may do it on a smaller scale with a life group. Decide a service or product you value and that you're willing to let go of for exchange, and announce this to members of your family, social group, or work group as a barter offer, not for money. Now, this gives them a chance to engage with you by having to value a product or service they value in return. The challenge is for you to stay with the process till you find a win-win with a member or members of your life group. This can be done virtually as well as in person. The loving intention for mutual growth is what increases the wealth of all parties. So take handout 2, the spending law, and in section 1, the marketplace, list 3 to 5 services and products you are willing to offer for exchange. Now, make sure you have at least one in each category of service or product. Then, in section 2, owning value, write a sentence or two about what makes each of the items in section 1 valuable. Then, in section 3, potential customers, write the name of a person or group whom you sense would value this item and with whom you're willing to share it. Finally, in section 4, advertising, write by what means and when you are willing to share your items. This is a way to keep yourself accountable to follow through with the exercise. Of course, you can alter these parameters as needed, but see how close you can come to keeping them without making it a misery or struggle, or at least have it be an educational challenge. Complete handout 2, sections 1 to 4 now, and come back to the video. Now you will decide which of these offerings you will put out during what time frame. I'm recommending you do at least 2 of your offerings if you do not have a group in which to play the game before next class. If you are in the present class, I'll ask you to put a list of 3 items, but it certainly could be all 5 if you choose, from your list in sections 1 and 2 on a special designated email thread I will send to you and your fellow current group members for all to see. Then, contact anyone with whom you'd wish to negotiate by a separate email, phone, or whatever means you wish to see if you can make a deal for exchange that feels good for both parties before next class. You are encouraged to say you're still shopping if the deal doesn't feel totally right for you at any time. You're not rejecting the value of the person. In fact, you're enhancing it if you're honest and saying it's about you, that the fit is not just right, not the quality of what they have to offer in this particular game. If both parties are successful in not making a deal and coming away feeling good about themselves and each other, they've gotten the point of this exercise, and achieved a much greater lesson than just trying to please someone. Well, that's not all bad either. You can ultimately feel good about it and not be resentful or martyr-like. Often, by not making a deal immediately, it gives you and the other person time to think of a counteroffer which is more successful. In many parts of the world, this marketplace interaction is a part of everyday life. In fact, the Western way of asking the price of a good, paying for it, and walking away is considered an insult in some cultures because there was no human interactive negotiation. It took me a while when I traveled and encountered this, but once I learned not to take the process personally, it became fun and enriching. Once you've made a successful negotiation, remove that item from your list or all your items on the designated email thread and indicate that you feel complete with the game. After you have ended your negotiations, complete Section 5, Useful Marketplace Results, and write what you learned to value about yourself and your community in the process of playing Marketplace. Love and community is what makes the world flourish and blossom. Holding you in my heart as fellow travelers on the road home, I send and receive blessings for our circle and all sentient beings. Till next class. Blessings and light and love.